This is Park 578, which is considered the designated area free speech zone for the DNC. As you can see, the United Center is not terribly far away from here. They're expecting about 50,000 protesters here, and organizers for the protests have been very upset with the city of Chicago and the DNC as far as what they can and cannot do. So here, they're supposed to be able to put up a stage, riser, and they're also supposed to have amplified audio where they can actually, get their message out. But this park is not very large, and the organizers of the protest would like to use Union Park, which you will see a little bit later. But this park right now is considered the designated area free speech zone for the DNC protests. Fencing like this have been appearing all around the United Center, and if you notice, this fencing goes all along the way right next to the park where the planned protests will be. So they're very much trying to control the crowds and making sure that nobody gets out of hand. There's been a much increased police presence in the area and in the city, and so they're very much trying to make sure that nothing gets out of hand. Most likely this will be where the protests will happen. They'll probably put up a stage, have porta potties, have amplified sound to try to get their message out. And if you look over here, you see the fencing, and then you see the United Center, that it's just over there. So they're hoping that their message gets out and that they're able to influence what's going on in the DNC here in Chicago. We're now at Union Park. This is where the protest organizers would like to have their protests originate, because it is a much larger park, much larger than Park 578. And as I said before, they are expecting 50,000 protesters. Who knows how many more will show up. But this is the field where most of the protesting would happen. Back when Black Lives Matter was doing a protest, they did it here. They had a stage, amplification, and all that stuff. But according to the DNC in the city of Chicago, they are not allowed a stage, not allowed porta potties, and not allowed amplified sound in Union Park. So this park is a multi-use park, has basketball courts, pickleball courts, tennis courts. Obviously you can see that there's some dogs that are getting walked out here. This is a very popular park in the area, and it's a multi-use for many things, including protests in the past. But who knows whether there'll be protests here for this week at the DNC. From Union Park, you cannot see the United Center. It's less than a mile away, probably about a half mile or so, past that church down the street. It's not as close as Park 578, but again, it's the size that they would like. Since they are going to expect 50,000 protesters, they would prefer to have a much larger venue to speak their minds about what is going on at the DNC.